yesterday, it was just one of those days. I guess there's a lot that I can talk about right now, but um, let's just say this week has been extremely stressful because Buddy was sick. He was not eating over the weekend, and he was just getting worse and worse. He wouldn't go to the bathroom. He was crying out in pain. If we touched him the wrong way, he wouldn't jump. Usually he's very frolicky and cuddly and playful, and he was not feeling well. And this seemed to have happened once before, and he was fine by weeks, like Sunday night or Monday morning, he was fine. So I'm not sure if, like a human, he does need a doggy chiropractor. But this time he was not getting better, and we got scared. After what happened with Gigi, I wasn't playing when I said that I would eat crackers if I had to for a week. But I was not gonna let anything bad happen to my pets again. And because of what happened with the cat, after I went to put her down, and it was like the worst, most miserable experience for her and for us. And I promised myself that, all I could afford was $100 because of groceries, and I was like, I'll eat crackers. I don't care. I'm not gonna. So I took Buddy to the vet, and there's something like he has like a sprained back. So seriously, like half my grocery money went on that. I mean, the visit itself isn't that bad, but he took X-rays, and that we wanted him to take X-rays. We thought he had a broken bone or arthritis or something, and his bones were fine, but the doctor said that the doctor was giving him like a really good examination, feeling and massaging and stretching him, and he said that he could tell when he touched his back he got tense, and so yeah, it said that his bones were good, but you could see that his stomach is completely empty. I didn't know X-rays could take a picture. I thought it was just for bones, but you could see his insides, and he said his intestines were full, and that he couldn't go to the bathroom because he was in so much pain. So he said that he would because he's so tiny, he gave me 4 pain pills, anti-inflammatory pain pills, and then he told me to cut them in 4 and have a pill cutter. And when we got home, and I gave him that pill, and we were discussing wet food to help him go to the bathroom and to help him eat the pill. As soon as he took that pill, he got all excited and happy, and he was hiding under a chair. He wouldn't greet any of us. He just looked so sick. And as soon as we gave him the pain pill, he was like playful. And then we can tell when it's wearing off, that you could tell that he starts to slow down, and he still won't jump. And my daughter was trying to get him to jump off the bed. We have stools for him to jump on and off the bed because he's so tiny. And he did, and he winced. And so she's like, Mom, it's time for his evening. But I got to cut it into 4 and give him 1 in the morning, 1 at night for a week. So, oh man, that was rough. And then, we've been having a lot of rain. So if the electricity turns off and I don't get to finish this video, you know why. But my husband had to go somewhere. I haven't been sleeping well. I've been in pain, and I don't drink caffeine, and yesterday I did. I had caffeine. I was just frustrated. I was thinking of doing a video, but with my makeup on, just to talk about some things, not do this, but with my normal makeup when I go out. And it's just one of those days. After I got dressed, I was fighting with the insurance company all morning. as I'm putting on my makeup, I go to take my daughter to the therapist. She's not emotionally, she was a wreck because of what was happening with Buddy, so she was really looking forward to going to the therapist. And after I leave, and I'm like a third of the way there, I had stopped to get. We needed some dishwasher tablets. Thank goodness I stopped and went to get some dishwasher tablets. And I get a call as I'm going back to the car that the doctor never came in. So the doctor has how many patients in a day? Maybe 10, the therapist. And you call me when it's time for me, when I'm already on my way to the appointment. I was in such a bad mood because of those two things. But I was relieved that my husband I was supposed to drive him an hour away and then drive back to take my daughter to the therapist. And because of basically what happened was, because of the weather, there's flooding. There's been a lot of rain, thunderstorms all week. The weather was so bad that they canceled my husband's meeting, and the therapist never came in. But you could have called me earlier. All you had to make was 10 phone calls. You could have called me earlier, so I could have did my video yesterday, So I was thinking, I went to, the Five Below, and I took pictures. I figure I'm out, and then, I went to Walgreens and found the other display, and then I came home. But then my son is trying to sell on eBay as opposed to working outside of the home until he can get to learn the driving. But because of his anxieties, it's just been really slow going. So I had I told him, you could drive like for 2 or 3 lights and then pull over, and then I'll take him to the post office. He's still petrified of intersections, so he'll stay on the right, drive into a parking lot, and then I go in, and then I go across the intersection. And so I was emotionally exhausted from the stress of the dog, from fighting with the insurance company, because they're always looking for excuses not to pay, and then with the car accident, since we both had the same insurance, they're each saying it wasn't their fault, and they're siding with this other person when this other person was lying through their teeth. This other person didn't want to. First of all, they jumped out of the car getting all uppity. At least one guy was, and I'm telling you, this guy looked like a street thug. I think he was high. The other guy looked decent though. They lied about who was driving the car. They said they were gonna lie about when they didn't want us to call the cops. They lied to the cop, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together till later. And then they lied. The insurance company, they never called the insurance company. We did. So that shows that, they're hiding something. The insurance company took them over a week for them to pick up the phone. And the proof is in the pictures that they hit us because they hit us from the rear. But they're saying, oh no, they're claiming that you hit them and you were in a hurry. Why was I in a hurry? I was home. All I was trying to do was go forward. We thought it was safe because they were backing up. They, according to my husband and son, they went forward a little bit and then backed up again. They were in their space as we progressed to go to our car space. But I don't know. I guess because he was high, he wasn't thinking straight, and he hit us from the rear. And they're saying, no, we scratched them. But they have no scratches on their car. The proof is in the pictures. So they were lying through their teeth. Then when it came time for them to do a recorded statement, again, they had a hard time they wouldn't pick up the phone. So we're the ones who were on top of it. We're the ones who kept calling the insurance company. So, and if they really thought that they weren't at fault, we're the ones. Does it make sense that we hit them when we were already past them, just gonna go to our car space, and they rammed us from the back? How does that happen? How do we hit them? Oh, they scraped us. Yet we're the ones with the scrape, and they aren't. So, because they banged into us and scratched our car, the only thing that broke on them was the license plate. I mean, all the proof is in the pictures, but of course, you know, the insurance company just doesn't want to pay for it. And so I was just in a bad mood yesterday. Oh, even though I was so relieved I didn't have to drive my husband. But the good thing was that but you know, the good thing was that I did get my package, so that kind of made me feel a little better. And then Wet n Wild announced that today would be the day that they sell their 40 pallet. I haven't slept well for a couple of nights. I just couldn't get comfortable. I was in pain, especially my back. I was in back pain, and yeah, I just couldn't sleep well for a few nights. And even though I was off all last week, it took me 2 days to do the video because iMovie was messing up a lot, and then I had to clean my desk. So even though I was home and I could relax, so to speak, except for one day, I wound up, I had to go out for my son to get his glasses. I wasn't really like resting and relaxing. I was still doing stuff around the house that needed to get done. So I could have been home relaxing yesterday. I could have washed my hair. I was thinking of doing the oil slick look, but as opposed to putting in the rainbow dye, I have hair chalk in rainbow colors. I was going to try that. Then my daughter gave them to me because she doesn't want them. I could have been home. I could have been doing that video. I could have been talking to you guys. I wasn't, I was going to still do today's video, but just talk to you about everything I'm talking to you now, just talking about that. So it was just one of those days, man. One of those weeks, actually, with Buddy being sick. We were stressed out of our minds. But slowly but surely, he's getting back to his old playful, cuddly self. So, yeah, so just been one of those weeks.